howtoflip.net, where real estate investors learn how to work on their business and not in it, with the motto, always work hard, but never forget to work smart.
Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about real estate investing, define real estate investing, and kind of explain it so you understand the base of real estate investing, so you can go ahead and take this knowledge and put it into your own business. So before I start talking about real estate investing, I want to talk about 4 different ways to make money. There are 4 different ways to make money in this world. And the 4 different ways are, you want to make sure you understand how money is made, first of all. And the 4 different ways are ways an individual can choose to make money. So you can be an employee. That's way number 1. So an employee is where you work for someone else. Or you can be self-employed, like a doctor, a barber, a contractor, or you can own a big business, which is more like a system where other people or other entrepreneurs are working with you, or other people are working for you, making the work lighter and building a system to where you're not physically working, but the system is working. So this is where you make money where you sleep. And finally is investing, where you can make money while you sleep as well. So below on the next slide, I'm going to show a chart that was created by Robert Kiyosaki. And you probably know who Robert Kiyosaki is. He wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's the #1 bestseller for a very, very long time. Probably still is in the business finance industry. And the book was called Cashflow Quadrant. And this is a book that he wrote. And this is the diagram. And the diagram is called the cash flow quadrant. And he had 2 different sides on this quadrant. So there's the poor plan, and then there's the rich plan. So ESBI, poor and then rich. So in the poor plan, E as the employee is you have a job. You have a job, you work for someone else, you can't really control your finances if you really think about it. Your boss or your boss basically controls your finances. And if you don't have something on the side and this is your main source of income, then your boss kind of controls your life. And they can choose to fire you, they can choose to promote you, they can choose to increase your wages, and it's not you choosing to, they're choosing to do that. So it's up to them. So that's a poor plan, working as an employee. And even if you're an employee and you're making $200, let's say $1,000+ as an employee, now you're working a lot harder for something that you don't own. And any minute that person can fire you. And also in this country, tax-wise, as an employee, you're making over $250,000. I mean, if that's something you want to do, that's something you want to do, but that's a poor plan if you look at it all around. And we'll talk about that a lot later in a whole lot of different videos, but that's an employee. Self-employed is when you own a job. Self-employed is someone like a doctor, let's say an architect, someone who has a skill. You have a professional skill you went to school for, or you have a owner-operated business, you're a one-man show, and you do everything. The business doesn't move unless you move. You don't have any systems in place. You are the business. So basically what you did was you were an employee of your own. You bought a job, and now your job basically runs you, or your business runs you. Kind of like the boss runs you in the E quadrant. And then over there in the B quadrant, this is a business owner, a big business owner. You own a system that works for you. So there's a famous story that in that book, Cashflow Quadrant, that Robert Kiyosaki talks about, and he talks about there's a village, and in that village, they need water. So they need water in that village, and they have one person who walks to the lake. I don't know how many miles. So he walks over to the lake, and he goes down there with buckets. He grabs water and walks back to the village, and he supplies the villagers with water. So what he does is that's what he did. So to make money, he will go to the lake, he'll grab water with the buckets, and then he'll bring it back to the villagers, and the villagers will pay him for the water that he collects. I guess he built a team, or he hired people, and they go down there, they bring water, they come back. So the second person thought a little bit smarter. The second person went to the water, and it took a long time for him, but he eventually built a pipeline. He built a pipeline that directly brings the water from the lake to the village. And then so now he built a system that's working for him. He doesn't have to go down there and work. He can relax, so he can chill, because now the system, the pipeline, is what's bringing the water from the lake, and he doesn't physically have to go down there and work. You see, so now that guy built a business or a system where it's automated, and so it made his life. He's making more money and working less. So that's that story. And then also there's the I quadrant, which is an investor. An investor is someone who's investing in stocks, real estate, businesses, and their main aim is to, let's say they put down $100,000, they want to make 20% of that back, and they want to make 20% in ROI, return on investment. So that's money working for them, and they can make money while they sleep, because they don't have to run the operation or anything. It's an investment on their side, and they expect a certain amount back. So the rich plan is on the right, and the poor plan is on the left. So real estate investing, I'm going to go back to this in a little bit. I'm going to show you. So let me go over to real estate investing, and I'm going to come right back to this so I can explain. So you'll have a clear picture of what I'm talking about in just a moment. So what is real estate investing? Real estate investing is the act of buying or controlling real estate for investment purposes. So the act of buying or controlling real estate for investment purposes. So there's a few steps that you need to take to complete a real estate deal. So the first step is you will need to generate leads. So leads are homeowners who want to sell their house. You generate these leads by cold calling them, direct mail, pay-per-click, that's Google AdWords, Facebook ads, Craigslist, other investors. You can work together with other people to generate these leads. Lawn signs, sometimes they call them bandit signs. And then you need to get the house under contract. So getting the house under contract, you sign a purchase and sale agreement with the homeowner at a discount price. And I'll show you how to get that discount price. Lower than what a retail buyer would pay to live there. So you're looking to get a price that's lower because you're not looking to live there. You're looking to buy this as an investment. So the price that you're going to pay is going to be lower than what a retail buyer is going to pay. Like someone with a family is going to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, and they're looking to live there with their family. They're having to go through FHA loans or through the bank and all those different things. So they're looking to pay full price. So as a real estate investor, you're coming into the transaction and you're letting the seller know that we're looking to buy this house for an investment. And I'm going to talk to you guys about how you're going to be able to get the discount price. But it all starts with the seller, the motivation level of the seller, the situation the seller is in, or how quickly they want to sell it, or there's a lot of different ways that I'll talk about on future videos. But you want to get it at a discount price. So you need to lock it up, lock the house up at an investor's price, like I said before. So then number 3, there's an X. Now let's say now you got the house at an investor's price. Depending on the price that you got the house at, there's 3 different extra strategies. You can assign the contract to another investor for a profit. You can fix and flip the house, so you can rehab, or if you buy land, you can build a new structure on that land and then make a profit that way. Or you can buy and hold, so you can hold the house and then get it rent ready, and then so you want to fix it and then hold the property. So the best way I know how to do that is you buy the house, fix it a little bit, basically build in some equity, and then increase the rents, and then basically what you're doing is that's your long-term investment. So wholesaling and rehabbing, that's money now. But buying and hold, that's more like building wealth. So that's long-term money, short-term, extremely short-term, short-term, long-term. So your main focus, number 4, your main focus should be wholesaling. Wholesaling is the base of your business. Once you master wholesaling and scale it, you can now have unlimited deals to use for your other exit strategies. So that's what I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach you how to create a full-service wholesaling business where you're getting unlimited leads or unlimited deals that are coming in, and you can choose what to do with these deals. You can wholesale them, you can rehab them, or you can hold them for rent. There's other strategies too. You know, if the property is the seller wants too much for the property, you can even refer that to a real estate agent. You can do a lot of different things. So I can explain that on future videos. But this is the base of your business, because in real estate investing, there's nothing that works without the leads. You have to be able to generate leads. And as a wholesaler, that's all you do. You generate leads, you get them under contract, and then you can flip the contract to another investor, or you can rehab the house yourself, or you can keep the house for your rental portfolio. And then over here it says number 5 is why wholesaling. Number 1 is low cost. This is the best entryway into real estate investing. The absolute best entryway. You can come in with nothing in your pocket, and in about 30 days, maybe even 60 or 90, depending on who you are, depending on your motivational level, depending on your skill level, depending on just how hungry you are, you can make money in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You get your first check. And then you can parlay that and then build your business from there. So that's exactly why I'm making this. I want to show you guys, that's what I did. I came in, I didn't have that much, but I had some skill. I had some skill from previous businesses or previous sales and different things. I was hungry and I was determined. and I was willing to go through anything, so number one, low cost, low risk, profitable, high demand, scalable, and go-to move. So it's a go-to move. So let me explain. Low cost, it's easy to get involved in wholesaling. You just have to understand what you're doing and learn. I can do a lot of learning, but we'll talk about that later. Low risk, meaning you don't physically put up your own money sometimes. I mean, there's times you have to put up earnest money. You have to do a lot of different things, and that's on a case-by-case situation. And then profitable is what you put in is minuscule to what you could get out from wholesaling. So you don't have to put in, let's say you put in $1,500 for a direct mail campaign, and then out of that $1,500 you make $10,000. That's profitable. That's a huge margin. You put in $1,500 and made $10,000. So that's a huge margin, and I can show you exactly how to do that. Number four, high demand. High demand because right now in the marketplace there are real estate investors who only rehab houses. There are real estate investors who only are landlords. There are real estate investors who only build houses. And the number one thing that those three people have in common is they all need inventory. They need leads. They need deals. And they don't know how to get those deals. They have no idea how to get those deals. Some of the methods they use are outdated, and they rely on real estate agents and the MLS and even the auctions. And sometimes those places, it's truer even now, those places don't have that much deals. So they have to rely on people like wholesalers, people who go out there and know how to generate these leads and know how to get these deals under contract, and then you can sell it to those people. So high demand just because there's a low inventory. It's a little bit of a seller's market now. It's 2016 right now. A little bit of a seller's market, at least over here in the Northwest in Seattle, Washington, and every deal is key, for someone. And then scalable. You can scale this. Scaling meaning you can start with 10,000, do one deal, do two deals, do 2 to 5 deals a month, do 5 to 10 deals a month, and so on. And then continue to scale, and then now you can do different things. And then wholesale is a go-to move because that's like I was showing you before. That's going to be your bread and butter, and then you can slowly but surely move into those other exit strategies. So make sure you visit howtoflip.net, and let me go back and explain something really quick for you guys. So right here, this is just based on what I explained to you, let me show you the timeline of real estate investing. First, you're an employee. You have a job. Let's say you have a job right now. You're working at, some factory. You're at a job. And then you get into real estate investing. You get in through wholesaling. So you get into the job through wholesaling, and let's say you invest $1,500, $2,000 into marketing and everything, and then you get your first deal, and then you're out there, you're doing everything yourself. So you start off as a job, and then you're self-employed. Yes, you opened your LLC, you have a business. Let's say Joe Blow LLC, Properties LLC, and that's your business. But you're a one-man show, so you're self-employed. You start to do more deals, you hire out, you outsource, you have an inside team, you have an outside team, you're doing 2 to 5 deals a month, now you're doing 5+ deals a month, You have other streams of revenue that are coming in. And then now you're in the B-type business, to where now you're not working, you're not a one-man show anymore. You have inside sales agent, you have an acquisition manager, you have an admin manager, you have a marketing manager. You have all those people helping you build your business. So, you have an office, you have things are moving, and you have a business. You're working on your business and not in your business. So now, let's say now you're in the B-type business, in the rich plan, and you guys are making a ton of money in your business. You're doing a whole lot of wholesale deals. You're making 5-6 figures a month, and all that money is coming in. So now you could transition to the next side, which is the I quadrant, where money is working for you as an investor. Now you can invest some of that money that you're getting through wholesaling, through all those leads. You can invest in properties or that you can put into your rental portfolio. So these properties you can put in your rental portfolio, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. You want to invest and buy these properties cash. You want to buy these properties cash, and they're going to be in certain cities in the nation where it makes sense to buy them cash. An extremely cheap house that has a high cash flow. So for example, let's say a $10,000 house you can buy from somewhere in the Midwest or the South or somewhere, but that $10,000 house can generate $500 in cash flow. But what you have to do to that $10,000 house, you might have to put $20,000 into that house. You're into the house for $30,000, and then that house is bringing you $500 per month. But you own that house free and clear, and then now that's money working for you. Now you're generating $500 after all taxes and everything else. You're generating $500 per month from that house alone. And then let's say you do one of those a year, and then you start to do 2 or 3 a year, and then the third year you're doing about 4 or 5 of those, and then the fourth year, and then you're just building on your portfolio. But all at the same time, you're still running your wholesale business. You have a system here that's working, but outside you're also investing. And there's a whole lot of different investments. You could do a lot of different things. You can have a network marketing business outside of this. You can invest as far as like people invest in stocks, do different things. That's not what I do, but what I'm going to teach you is just how to keep it all real estate. Boom, boom, boom. So that's about it, and I will see you guys on the next video.
Don't forget to visit howtoflip.net for training and up-to-date content that will increase your profitability because you increase your productivity. Also, remember to visit reiconnection.net, where real estate investors are more profitable because they collaborate instead of compete. And if you're looking to start doing a virtual wholesaling business, visit seattleJVprofits.com. This way you can increase your monthly profits outside of your market. Once again, always work hard, but never forget to work smart. Subscribe to this channel today. We will have more updates available every week.